Hi guys, I'm Joshua Polsi Aguelo, a second-year student in Business and Math from KCAS. This video is intended for school purposes only, where our one subject is required us to make a video representation in the topics of linear algebra. And also, this video we will deal about vectors. Let's start! But before anything else, let's define what is a vector. So a vector is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction. So magnitude, it describes how long or how big your vector is. So let's say, for example, a car moves 10 meters to the north. So in this example, the 10 meters is our magnitude, while the north, it is our direction. So now, we finally define what vector really is. So let's proceed to the operation of a vector. First, we have the vector addition, the scalar multiplication, the inverse of a vector. Next is the zero vector. We have the fifth is the transpose of a vector. The sixth is the inner or dot product of a vector. Finally, we have the distance between vectors. In addition to the vector is a matrix that only has one row or one column. So suppose we have a column vector. When we say column vector, it is like this. Suppose that we have the number 3, 2, 1. And we call it the column vector. Why? Because it only has one column while 3 rows. So the size of this matrix is 3 by 1 matrix. While we have another set of vector, we call it the row vector. So row vector is like this. Suppose that we also have 3, 2, 1. And we call it row vector because it has only one vector and 3 columns. So the size of this matrix is 1 by 3. So now, first, let's talk about vector addition. So before we add a vector, we must know that the two vectors must have same size and vector, same vector. So let's represent it in a matrix way. So we have, suppose that we have matrix U is equal to U sub 1, U sub 2, up until U sub n, and the other vector we call it V. So vector 1, vector 2, up until vector n. So if we add this type of vector, we came up this way. So vector U plus vector V is equal to U sub 1 plus we have B sub 1 and U sub 2 plus B sub 2 up up until u sub n plus v sub n. So let's have an example. Suppose that we have a vector u that is 4, 0, 1, and vector v is 1, 3, 2. If we add this vector, we came up with this vector u plus vector v is equal to, we have the 4 plus 1, this one, and 0 plus 3, and 1 plus 2. So the answer in these vectors, we have 4 plus 1 is 5, 0 plus 3 is 3, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So this is how we deal with vector addition. So in this case, addition of a vector and subtraction is a vector is the same sense. We only add or subtract a vector if it is only have same size and same vector. So let's have some example. In this one, we have row vector and column vector. So my question is, we can apply the addition of these two vectors. The answer is no, because if we take some example of a row vector, is we have, suppose that we have vector u is 1, 2, 3. If we add it to the vector v, I mean to the column vector v is 4, 5, 6. Notice that this size of a matrix is 1 by 3. And the second vector is 3 by 1. So by the definition of a vector, it must has same size. So in this case, we know that this vector and this vector has not the same, or it's not the same. So basically, we cannot proceed vector addition in this case. So again, vector addition only works for same size and same vector. Second one is we have scalar multiplication. In simple sense, a scalar multiplication is just like you are multiplying a certain number to a vector. So suppose we have a vector u. We have u sub 1, u sub 2, up until u sub n. If we multiply a scalar to a vector u, suppose that our scalar is a. So a times the vector u is just like this. A times the vector u, we have u sub 1, u sub 2, up until u sub n. And we have a times the u sub 1, a times the u sub 2, up until a times u sub n. So let's have some example. So suppose we have a matrix u is equal to, we have, let's say for example, 1, -2, and 4. If we multiply a scalar to vector u, say let's suppose that the value of scalar, a certain scalar, let's say we represent a scalar and a is equal to 4. So if we multiply a scalar, So it's just like this. I mean A times the vector u is equal to, what is our A? Is 4. So 4 times 1, -2, and 4. So 4 times 1, then 4 times -2, and 4 times 4. So is equal to 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times -2 is -8, 4 times 4 is 16. So this is how we do a scalar multiplication. And again, you only do is you are just multiplying a scalar to a vector. Third one, we have inverse of a vector. If we want to find inverse of a vector, so the only thing we need to do is to negate the original vector. So suppose we have vector u is equal to u sub 1, u sub 2, up until u sub n. If we want to take the inverse of this particular vector, so we were going to do is negate the vector u. So it's simply negation of u is equal to negation of u sub 1, negation of u sub 2, up until negation of u sub n. So let's have some example. So suppose we have vector b is equal to 4, 2, 1, 4. If we want to take the inverse of this vector b, is you just negate vector b. So negation of vector b is equal to negation of vector 4, negation of vector 2, vector 1, vector, and negation of 4. So the answer is negative times positive is just like -4, -2, -1, -4. So this is the inverse of vector b. So -4, -2, -1, -4. So let's have another example. Vector a is equal to 3, -1, and -4. If we want to find the inverse of this vector a, is just like negation of vector a is equal to 3, negation of 3, negation of -1, and negation of -4. So it's just equal to negative times positive is negative. So -3. Now second one is we're gonna distribute this negative to negative, it will become positive. So in this case we have 1, since negative times negative is positive, and this one is same as this one. So negative times negative is positive, so positive 4. So this is how we deal with inverse of a vector. Fifth one, we have transpose of a vector. So how we transpose a certain vector? So suppose that we have a column vector, then we want to find the transpose of that column vector. So that column vector, it will become row vector. So let's say for example, we have the vector u is u sub 1, u sub 2, up until u sub n. and we want to find the transpose of this vector. So transpose of vector u is just, then in this case we want to change this column into row, so it will become now u sub 1, u sub 2 up until u sub n. And this is how we deal with transpose of a vector. So let's have another example. Find the transpose of B. So we have the vector B is equal to 1, 9, 3, 4. So if we want to find the transpose of this vector, only thing we do is change this column into row. So the transpose of this vector, it will become now 1, 9, 3, 4. And this is how we deal with transpose of a vector. Sixth one, we have inner or dot product. In this case, it is essential for us to know how to transpose a vector, so we could apply inner or dot product. Suppose that we have vector u is equal to u sub 1, u sub 2 up until u sub n, and we have vector b is equal to b sub 1, b sub 2 up until b sub n. If we find the inner product or dot product of these two vectors, so the u vector will become like this: u sub 1, u sub 2 up until u sub n times vector b stay the same. So b sub 1, b sub 2 up until p sub n. So it will become now u sub 1 times b sub 1 plus u sub 2 times b sub 2 plus up until u sub n and b sub n. So this is how we deal with inner or dot product. So let's have an example. Suppose that we have matrix 1, 5, and 9, and we have vector v is 10, 2, and 1. So first thing we do is change this vector. Excuse me. Vector u will become like this: 1, 5, 9. Then vector b will stay the same: 10, 2, 1. So we were going to multiply this by the corresponding elements. I mean this one and this one. So it will become 1 times 10 plus, second one is 5 times 2, 5 times 2. And the last one is plus 9 times 1. So 1 times 10 is 10 plus 5 times 2 is 10. Then 9 times 1 is 9. So if we sum up these three numbers, it will result to 29. And just like we did, this process is called inner product or dot product. So this is how we dealt with this. Lastly, we have distance between vectors. So we are given the formula where distance is equal to the square root of u sub 1 minus b sub 1 squared plus u sub 2 minus b sub 2 squared plus up until u sub n minus b sub n squared. So let's have some examples. So find the distance in these two vectors. So we have vector u is equal to 1, 2, 3, and vector v is equal to 2, 4, 5, and 6. So to find this, to find the distance of these two vectors, so let's put this formula first. So distance is equal to, what is our u sub 1? Our u sub 1 is 1 minus the v sub 2, which is 4 squared, plus what is u sub 2 is 2 minus the v sub 2 is 5 plus, squared pa, and then u sub 3 is 3 and b sub 2 is 6 to the power. So 1 minus 4, it will become negative 3 squared, plus 2 minus 5 is negative 3 squared, plus 3 minus negative 6 is negative 3 squared. So simplify. So 3 times 3, negative 3 times 3 is 9. So 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27. The square root of 27. Note that square root of 27, we can simplify it further. So to simplify square root of 17, square root of 17 is just like 9 times 3. So 9 times 3 is just same square root of 17. Then the square root of 9 is 3 times the square root of 3. So the final answer is 3 square root of 3. So this is how to find distance between two vectors. To sum up, vectors are powerful tools that help us to describe and analyze quantities in space. They are key to understanding motion, force, and many real-world applications.